Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come in and run my mouth for a quick second. All right. I need you, money. I love this Beyonce album, but I do feel like on some of the songs, and y'all know I'm telling the truth, on some of the songs, I think Beyonce tapped into her Anita Baker, Tony Braxton voice because she was mumbling on some of them songs. And on some of them songs, I don't know what she be saying. Girl, I was like, girl, let me just look at the lyrics. Like, what's one song? Virgo's Grooves. Was it Virgo Grooves? Virgo's Groove? Something like that? That's my jam now. I just started liking the song since I know what she's saying. I said, yeah, I can be the one that takes you there. On that special. I said, girl, what is she saying? Girl, I said, girl, she must was listening to Anita and Tony before she went into the booth. Girl. But that's my song now, I ain't gonna lie. At first I was complaining because I thought it was a little too long. I said, baby, she thought she was Erica Badu on that. Erica Badu is one of the few. I ain't gonna say she one of the few, but Erica Badu should give us a good 10-minute song. I said she must have been thinking about Erica Badu because grooves, Virgo's grooves, that's a little too long for me. She could have took a few seconds off that and put that on energy because energy is where it's at. Okay. Anyways, shout out to Beyonce. Shout out to Renaissance. It's a few songs on there that she could have left off. I ain't gonna lie. Quiet as it kept, she really could have left off Break My Soul, and she could have left off I'm That Girl. Cozy is cute. The album, for me, started at Alien Superstar. Okay? All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this mess. What we talking about? Oh, a federal jury has ordered Los Angeles County to pay Vanessa Bryant $16 million over Kobe Bryant crash scene photos. Baby. I don't want to sound tacky, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because I know y'all thinking it. When I say I know mama is set. I mean, it's sad that she lost her daughter, and husband. But I know financially, Mama, when I tell you Vanessa ain't gonna never want for nothing as long as she lives, because I'm sure whatever her and Kobe had situated over there, you know, I'm sure it was a nice little setup. Then Mama just received $16 million. They also say that Chris Chester, he was awarded $15 million. This is according to the neighborhood talk. So a jury consisting of 10 determined that Vanessa did in fact suffer from emotional distress from the images that were captured by 8 different officers. The whole lawsuit was based around the fear of the images eventually being revealed to the public as they were wrongfully shared by the LA County deputies. That is so trifling. I'm glad she got her money though. Um, so basically what they're saying, I'm asking y'all a question. So basically what they're saying is that it was 8 different officers who took pictures at the scene. That's so trifling. When I say y'all don't have no type of like girl, an ounce of moral integrity, like just compassion in y'all body. Not y'all. I'm talking about the ones who took the pictures. Not only did the jury award Vanessa with $16 million, but Chris Chester was also awarded a win of $15 million. Chester lost both his wife and daughter in the crash. There's no amount of money that can bring back a loved one, but hopefully, especially if we know Vanessa, had money, but I don't know anything about Chris Chester. Um, Hopefully, if he didn't come from money, that money can help him, just settle into a new life, whether it's buying him a nice house in a small town or a nice house, in the suburbs outside of Los Angeles, and I don't know, child. Just shout out to them for getting some money. Shout out for them for getting some money. Shout out to them for being able, especially Chris Chester, possibly being able to have a new life. Unfortunately, his daughter and his wife is no longer here. But hopefully everything works out. Girl, listen, I'm gonna put the link because I don't feel like playing this clip because the tube been playing with my videos. So I'm gonna try to put the clip in the description box so y'all can listen to it. Jennifer Hough, this is according to its own site. Jennifer Hough admits to being pressured to lie on Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, in a resurfaced video. So it says Kenneth Petty's accuser admits to lying on him after costing him his freedom and slandering his name for several years. So again, this is a resurfaced video. I'll say this much. Because I was in and out of the Kenneth Petty and Jennifer Hough, story. I believed her. I always believe the victims. We know that women lie. I will say this much, that if this heifer is lying, she needs to be in prison. That's where I'm at with it now. If you lie on someone and say that they violated you, then you should go serve time. However much time they did, you need to do that same bid. Again, this is a resurfaced clip. I don't know. Even when I look at this clip, it's just strange to me that she's even having a conversation. Like, who is this person she's talking to? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what to really think. Well, I know what I'm thinking. I just don't feel like arguing with none of y'all Barbers and Kens. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Girl. A part of me believes, again, that if Jennifer lied, that, girl, she needs to go do a bid. Period. Another part of me believes that, again, this is a resurfaced clip, so this is not like it's new. A part of me believes that, how when you hear about these victims who have been pressured and harassed and stalked, and now they're willing to say anything so people can leave them alone. A part of me believes that this is a part of one of those situations too. Sorry. A part of me does believe that. Who is this man who just in her having a conversation with her about what happened? And I'm sure she knows that she's being recorded because the phone is down on the bed. So that means whoever's recording you got something in your face because you on FaceTime. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. But again, I just want to make myself very, very clear that if Jennifer Hough is lying, she definitely needs to go to prison. And that's just what it comes down to. I will say this much too. I'm gonna tell you what I put on. What did I put on the Neighborhood Talk? I'll read my comment. Let me see what I put on Neighborhood Talk, because I also believe this too. Let me see. Oh, this is what I put. Any other day, y'all would be screaming they must have paid him or her off. But I digress. If she did lie, she should definitely do prison time. I don't know if that could happen, but it should, especially if the heifer lied. Nicki still should have chosen better. She shouldn't be dealing with no shit like this. With the pick of men she had to choose from. And this is what her worldwide A-list name is attached to. As mean as it may sound, let's say Kenneth is innocent. I still don't understand for the life of me why would Nicki want to even be attached to a mess like this. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, girl, because now you're getting dragged into some shit. And then he like allegedly, girl, take someone's life, allegedly. So, girl, like the whole situation. So even if he didn't violate her, he still took somebody's life. Allegedly. But again, even with all these allegations, why would you want to put yourself in a situation where now you pretty much have to be on a defend my man tour and come off all this money to make sure that y'all got the best lawyers and all that stuff. Because girl, we're gonna call a thing a thing. We know Kenneth ain't paying for nothing. It's a mess. But I'll put the link in the description box so y'all can listen to this resurfaced clip. I think some people are thinking that this is a brand new clip. Like this is old. It's just resurfaced. That's why they said resurfaced. Okay. But I know I didn't want nobody to be like, girl, you talked about it when all of you talked about it a couple of times when the mess was going on. Now you ain't got nothing to say. So I wanted to address it just to keep some of y'all mouths closed. All right. Vivica A. Fox hasn't spoken to Jada Pinkett Smith since calling her out, since calling out her remarks about Oscar slap. Girl, listen, okay, let me get, because I got something to say about Miss Vivica. It appears Vivica A. Fox has not spoken to longtime friend Jada Pinkett Smith since criticizing her comments about Will Smith hitting Chris Rock. Excuse me, at this year's is this on? Okay. At this year's Oscars, while on the Wendy Williams show back in June, Vivica A. Fox reacted emotionally to Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk remarks about moving forward after the infamous Oscar slap. Fox, who co-starred with Will Smith in 1996's Independence Day, and with Jada and Set It Off that same year, said at the time, in part, I just wish we could have a little bit more accountability and for it not to seem so self-righteous on Jada's part. And that's my feelings. Now, during a recent interview, Vivica A. Fox revealed that she hasn't spoken to Jada since speaking out. Fox explained, I think they're really just going through the season of healing right now. Listen, I love Will Smith. He's one of my favorite people on the planet. We all make mistakes. If there's one person that deserves a second chance, it is him. I think he's taken full accountability for his actions, and he apologized. I just hope that we can all move forward from the incident and learn that it must never happen again. Girl, if I was Jada, I wouldn't fuck with Vivica either. And I'm gonna tell you why. When all that mess went down, we not supposed to get into who was right, who was wrong, whatever. The shit happened. Excuse me, girl. When all that shit happened, we know what happened. Jada Pinkett Smith got so much hate, it was ridiculous. So, you already see that people are calling your friend out for another person's, a grown ass man's behavior, placing all the blame on her, taking the blame off him, even though he was the one who got up and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. You see what the people are saying. Vivica ain't stupid. Vivica can read. She know that Jada was getting the brunt of the bulk of the negative comments. So why would you come out and say something that will go against your friend instead of just shutting your ass up? That's how I look at it. Now, it's one thing if you would have told Jada on the phone, like, girl, you look real crazy. You know, when you're on the phone with your friend, your sister, your Judy, then, girl, you can have a heart-to-heart and be honest. But, girl, I feel like, girl, if that's your sister or if that's your friend, then, girl, you want to come out and have a moment on TV and throw your friend under the bus, already seeing what she's going through. I wouldn't talk to your ass either. You want to try to have a moment on the Wendy Williams show and on my name instead of calling me and we could have a conversation. And I could have told you, girl, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, girl, Tory Lanez lawyers withdraws from lawsuit involving Love and Hip Hop Miami star Prince over alleged nightclub attack. Ooh, girl, the girls is leaving. According to Radar Online, 30-year-old Tory Lanez former attorney Christopher E. Ells dropped the Canadian rapper in the middle of an ongoing lawsuit involving Love and Hip Hop Miami star Prince, real name Christopher Hardy. The attorney reportedly asked the court for permission to withdraw as counsel from the case. Honey, that's a mess, girl. Is that a mess? For the people who know, girl, is that a mess when your lawyer up and quit in the middle of a court case? Because, girl, I think it sounds like a mess to me. Girl, okay. In the proposal, Christopher reportedly said irreconcilable differences have arisen between him and Tory Lanez, which cannot be resolved. The attorney said he is unable to effectively represent the artist. In addition, he told the court it was in the best interest of both parties to let him leave. Recently, the judge in charge of the case signed off on the request. Girl, as previously reported, reality star Prince accused Lanez and his entourage of physically assaulting him while inside Live nightclub. The singer and his crew allegedly attacked him over a misunderstanding involving a record. On November the 8th, 2019, the lawsuit against the singer, the songwriter alleges he verbally antagonized him and attempted to engage Prince in a verbal confrontation. The suit also claimed that Lanez proceeded to punch Prince in the face with a closed fist. It read that he escalated his verbal antagonization of Hardy, but then began to swing at Hardy and actually punched Hardy. Girl, Tory Lanez, honey, you a mess. I still think he shot Megan. Sure do. In case y'all was wondering, my mind ain't changed. Okay. Who else? I just wanna take you together. I just wanna be together on this magic ride. Baby, come over. Yes. Go alone with me tonight. Yes, I know that's right, Beyonce. Baby, come on. Oh, girls, fans celebrate the 25th anniversary of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella movie. Girl, that used to be my little movie, honey, with the great late mother, Whitney Houston. The 25th anniversary of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella movie is being celebrated. The movie really broke boundaries while showing different levels of representation. Honey, okay? Brandy and what's mama name? Whitney, baby, Miss Whitney, Nippy, girl. Impossible, girl, bitch. That used to be my voice. Bitch, that impossible. Okay, impossible. Kings and fools who don't believe in some rules. Yes. The girls do not know about Cinderella. Baby, some of y'all too young for that, baby. Y'all need to go watch Cinderella, the black one. Okay? Yes. Shout out to Brandy and Mama. Yes. Ooh, child. Fetty Wap pleads guilty to federal drug charge. A mandatory minimum of 5 years comes with the charge. Honey, I don't understand y'all. I don't understand y'all. Let's get into it. Last October, Fetty Wap was arrested by the FBI while at Rolling Loud, New York. While at Rolling Loud, New York, as he was accused of being part of a drug trafficking ring. On Monday, he entered a guilty plea to federal drug charges and still remains in police custody. Girl, according to NBC New York, Fetty pled guilty to. Girl, I know it's girl. You so crazy. Let me shut up, girl. Fetty pled guilty to federal. According to NBC New York, Fetty pled guilty to a federal count of conspiracy to distribute and possess controlled substances. Federal officials announced that the charge carries at least a minimum of 5 years behind bars. As previously reported, Fetty was one of the many that was arrested last October. They were accused of distributing cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and crack cocaine across Long Island and New Jersey. He was later released on a $500,000 bond. There were 6 others that were arrested as well, and they all faced one count of conspiracy to distribute controlled substances. They also face firearm charges, except for Fetty. The New York Post reports that Fetty's attorney spoke out following the guilty plea and said he is now cooperating. I want to be very, very clear. This is a standard plea. Brooklyn U.S. Attorney Breon Peace said in a statement. Is it? It's standard to plead guilty? I guess, child. I don't know, honey. That's not what we do, honey. We get our money the legal way. Okay. Child. Girl, you could take the nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga. Like, I guess, child, that's not for me to understand. I don't even need to try to understand it. I was about to say, I don't understand how y'all work so hard to get into a position where a lot of people dream of. Like, girl, being a rapper is not something that just comes easy, right? I mean, girl, nowadays it kind of is. Girl, no tea, no shade. Girl, that is tea. That's all shade, girl. Nowadays it is, girl. Every time I look up, girl, it's somebody named Lut something. Lut something. It's always a Lut something. Every time I look up, girl, it's some rapper who just got shot, who just got into a car wreck, who just got into a little shootout. I see it on the Shade Room neighborhood. And I'm like, girl, who are these rappers? Where are these rappers coming from? But for real, girl, it's, people really, are trying to live out their dreams. So I really don't understand when these people get into these positions where, now they could really make a lot of money and make it the legit way. You see what I'm saying? You still choose to participate and engage in things that could get you locked up. It's one thing, and it's not. I'm not saying it's right to sell drugs to your community, but it's one thing for you to be selling drugs and, girl, I guess you're just trying to get it how you live, girl. Whatever, child. It's another thing for now you to be able to go the legit route and be this rapper and travel and make money and not have to always look over your shoulder, your back, and see, girl, make sure the cops ain't busting down your door. Girl, the cops still busting down y'all doors. Girl, and you a rap, like, it's crazy. When you look at him and you look at the other ones, what's his name? Young Thug and Gunna. The one Chloe was, allegedly talking to. Like, it's a mess. Honey, I guess he didn't see it coming. That was so unnecessary. I had to make a little jokey joke. All right, girl. I'm gone. Girl, I'm watching this show on Netflix. It's a new show with, well, it's new to me. It's with Tisha Campbell, because she got divorced from Dwayne Martin with his fine trifling ass. And Doogie Howser. I can't remember his name. Neil Patrick Harris. It's a show on Netflix. Uncoupled, Unstable, something like that. It's a little series. It's actually really, really good. I'm on episode like 5, I think now. Girl, the episodes are only like 30 minutes long. I said, girl, that's it. They at least could have made it an hour. At least 45, 50 minutes. But girl, the episode's like 28 minutes, 30 minutes, not too long. So I'm about to go ahead and finish watching this. And then, girl, I'm going to wash my ass and go to sleep. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow when I get up. Bye, y'all.